Hello everyone, it's Douglas C. Welch for A Gardener's Notebook, and here we are on a rather chilly Southern California day. It's very sunny out, but it's only about 55 degrees maybe, and it's the middle of the afternoon. It's funny how certain little things in your life can trigger projects, bigger projects in fact, and this little devil right here is what triggered today's project. This is a potato which we left a little too long in the pantry, and as you can see there, probably it started to get sprouts. This immediately brought to mind memories of planting potatoes in my grandmother's garden, my father's mother. She had a very large garden when I was younger, slowly diminished over time, of course, but probably had a half acre at the time that I started gardening with her. And one of the things I remember is taking a peck basket full of seed potatoes that had been cut up to have an eye on each piece, dropping them in a trench in the garden and stepping on each one to seed it in the soil. Then we'd come back later and we'd hill it up. So as an experiment, I've never planted potatoes here before at all, never even tried. But as an experiment, I figured I'd take our little sprouted potatoes and use them to kind of retrofit this bed that we've been working on for a long time. I fit up this bed very nicely. I've actually got some garden soil from the garden store. I've run out of my own compost at this point, but I wanted to put some extra good soil into the bed as well. And so we're going to do that. We're going to prepare a trench. We're going to fill it with this new garden soil. We're going to slice up our seed potatoes and see what we get. And so here are our seed potatoes, if you will, our leftovers in the pantry. What you want to look for is, obviously, if you see it sprouting, you know exactly where to cut. On the other end here, I'm going to look for one little eye here, because that's where the new stems will sprout from. So probably you have to look at each potato and kind of figure out how to get the most out of each piece here. So right now I'm going to take that top part, that's one. See, it's got a good sprout on it right there. We got two sprouts on this side, so I'm actually going to split that one in half and come down and then come across the whole potato there. The potato root is actually going to operate as kind of a fertilizer, kind of a starter for the sprouts. So you do want to kind of keep a sizable chunk on there if you can. I'm just going to work my way through the rest of the potatoes. We're not going to get a whole lot. This isn't going to plant, 40, 50 plants. It's going to probably give us 10 plants out of the whole process here. But I think it'll be an interesting experiment. I like to experiment in my garden. I think it's a great thing to do. It's a great thing to do with your family, just to see what possibilities you might end up with. So what you do is you get down into your trench, and you want to try and avoid compacting the soil too much. You just take your potato, cut side down, wiggle it down into the soil there, take the next one. Out of those 3 potatoes, I actually got about 20 seedlings. I'm going to separate these a little further.
And as was traditional when I was growing up and working in my grandmother's garden, we walk the row and step each potato down into the soil. Then we backfill the row using our rake. Now as these potatoes grow up, we'll actually hill them up so that the potato tubers have a place to grow. I purchased some extra garden soil especially for this purpose. And then water everything in. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of In the Garden. For more information, you can always visit the website, douglasewelch.com. Stay tuned to the blog and our YouTube channel for more updates on our potatoes as they grow, fingers crossed. Again, this is an experiment and not everything works out the way you planned. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button on YouTube. It really helps to expose my videos to other people who may not have heard about me before. Until next time, keep digging.